If anybody's here. Hello, everybody. My name is Primalism. Welcome to the channel. Today, I've got a special one for you guys. We've actually been planning to do this for maybe 2 weeks now, maybe a week or so, but I'm going to be basically interviewing a YouTuber who you guys might know. I found out about him because I believe his videos were just getting recommended to me, and my friend had also mentioned him as well. He's like, "Oh, this guy makes really good videos. He's got a really good attitude. His videos are really funny, and he also makes really good videos too. Uh, he makes some great videos, and he's one of my favorite raw meat YouTubers to watch. So you guys probably know who it is. I got it in the title. It's Andreas Nilsson, and we're going to be basically asking him some questions. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you ask them in the chat. Try my best to get to them. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring Andreas on now. Alrighty, welcome to the stream, Andreas.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. First time going live with Andreas.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to ask you some questions, just kind of about how you found out about all this stuff. Just wanted to learn a little bit more about you and, bring some extra depth to, our channels and your experience and things like that. So,
Mhm.
Andreas, what was I guess, just kind of tell the viewers, we'll just get with some basic backstory. Like, where are you from?
Mm.
What was it like living where you lived? Do you like where you live? Just kind of tell me your thoughts about all that sort of stuff, or kind of like where you're from and things like that.
Yeah, of course. I have mostly lived with my parents all my life, and I'm on the porch with my parents, and this is an old farm. You can maybe see it, and before my grandmother and grandfather had a lot of cows and stuff, and that ended, and then my father and mother took over, and uh, and just and I just love it here. I have went in the forest with diapers and stuff, and just so I'm born and raised here like forever. So and yeah, I want to live on this farm and die on this farm. That's my life goal, and to create a big family on this farm.
Wow. So you basically have like all of the space that you already need. Is it just kind of like a matter of having like the animals and things like that? Or do you guys already have the animals?
We have no animals now,
Mm.
but when I inherit this from my father, I will get goats and ducks and all kinds of animals just to get my raw food. Yeah, to get my raw food.
Yeah. So you kind of grew up just kind of like being kind of in more or like around more nature than most people. Um, how was that for you? Did you really like it? Did you ever like envy people who like lived out in the city and who, you know, had a more social upbringing? I'm not to say that your upbringing wasn't social, but I just assume,
Mm.
living out kind of like in the countryside with land and animals and things like that, that maybe it was a bit different. But did you always enjoy it, or did you ever like not really like it, or what was kind of your?
Uh, yeah, I always loved it. I mean, my biggest hobby when I was a child was collecting tadpoles and moving them from different ponds and stuff, and just looking at animal life in general, and just insects for some reason just interested me a lot when I was a child for some
Yes.
reason.
I was kind of like that too. I didn't really grow up on like a farm or anything, but I grew up kind of in a rural area, and where we would like go like catch grasshoppers and like fireflies and frogs and like put them in jars and stuff. It was really fun. But yeah, I really did like that kind of an upbringing. I liked being out there, and um I kind of moved towards the city later in life, and I kind of hated it for the most part.
Mm.
But I know that obviously we want to have big farms, we want to have animals and things like that. But one thing I noticed that you were getting into is actually hunting. So tell me
Yes.
about what inspired you to want to do that.
Uh, well, I want fresh blood, so that's the biggest inspiration for me. Also, just to make a fresh kill and to just cut it open and get all the fresh organs, and just before cutting it open, you just empty it of the blood, and you can drink that later or fresh if you want to. So that's really the why, because I always wanted to get hunting license, but this was really the final straw who really made me like who really made me want it, like get a fresh kill and the fresh raw foods, like
Yeah. Have you had fresh blood before and anything like that? Because I know I've seen on your channel that you've like actually, they're like, I think it was a bird that you had.
Yeah. Oh my
Maybe
god.
you got, or a squirrel.
Oh shit.
What was that like? Tell us about the bird.
Yeah, it was a pigeon, and I don't recommend it to anyone because I risk it all. So I just ate the heart and the liver because that's the biggest organ. And I mean, on the pigeon, they have like no brain, so you can't eat that shit.
So did
Actually, you can eat magpie brain, because corvids are very smart, so they have huge brains. So I have eaten magpie brain.
yeah. Did you hunt the
Oh,
bird yourself? Did you like hit it with a slingshot or something, or what did you do?
yeah, we could say that because I can't admit to anything. It's like that in our country.
How would you describe the flavor of what you did eat though? Eating that super fresh little bird.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I eat pigeon heart and vad heter det, just fresh and warm, it was quite unusual. But the second time, I got a little bit of a liking to it. And I think the more I continue this, my palate will adjust to this. Like, I think I will go back to how it was like before, like my ancestors. They probably love this shit.
Yeah. Have you eaten much wild meat before, or is it mostly like farmed?
Yeah, also mostly like eating from the grocery store.
Yeah. What is the
Yeah.
grocery store like in Sweden?
I mean, we have pretty good regulations in Sweden, so I don't think I have not the total knowledge of this, but I don't think we vaccinate uh, so much. I don't think we have. Sorry,
It's
I
okay.
mean we have a pretty uh, good controls, you can say. We control our meat pretty well, so they don't sell anything like bad. I'm not that knowledgeable in this area. I just buy my raw meat in the grocery store and like almost hope for the best, you can say.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it too, And one thing that I noticed about you is I feel like you are very easygoing. You're not somebody who like focuses on like all the specific details of things. Like you kind of just like trust your body. You eat the raw meat. You feel good. You just know that it's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
But I do like that about you though, is how you're very easygoing about things, and I can really relate to it a lot because I see a lot of people who are very strict or like believe in these things that almost sound like it sounds good on paper, but like does it actually work in reality? Type things.
yeah, I
Um,
understand.
yeah, but also what you're saying about the meat, it's probably just really high quality in Sweden. Whereas here in America, if we just go to the grocery store and get some conventional beef, it's probably going to have hormones. It's going to have the jabs. It's going to really not be very good stuff. So we have to be like super. I feel like we should be super careful here because I eat that meat and I get like super tired.
Huh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
it's not good. But
Yeah, I
so
never gotten that in Sweden actually.
yeah, so you think the
So
standards in Sweden for the meat are just much higher than probably America?
I suspect it's like that.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of other topics that I want to get to.
Yes.
Um, how did you find out about eating raw meat? What was the first thing that you saw where you were like, yeah, this is what I want to do?
I mean, Goatis, he inspired me a lot.
Yeah.
and I have actually seen him a long time ago, but then I thought he was nuts because yeah, have a very unique personality. I actually like it now, but before I didn't do it. But yeah, you changed when I changed. I started to like him, so he inspired me greatly. So
Hmm.
I just followed his methods
Tell me about
completely.
when you first saw him and you thought that he was crazy.
I think he ate some fucking squirrel on the street or something.
How did you feel when you watched that sort of thing?
I I would suspect I just felt like everyone feels about me now, like my like everyone around me, like right now. They think I'm crazy. My whole family think I'm crazy, but I mean, I don't really care because I feel so good.
Yeah. So you saw it and you thought that it was just like absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
was
yeah,
your
yeah.
diet like at that time?
I mean, we have my mother have always made good beef, and I mean moose meat all my upbringing. So and also rare too. So we always meat. My mother have always thought that meat is very important, which is very great that she did. So
Yeah.
yeah. So but we ate some vegetables also, and that I don't, of course, agree with now. And we ate other kinds of sugars like potatoes and rice and stuff. And that
Yeah.
I absolutely don't do that right now.
Yeah. So you ate a pretty good diet growing up for the most part.
Yeah, you could say that. And
Did,
a lot of rare meat actually.
did you ever eat any junk at all, or was it all pretty much as healthy as you're kind of describing?
I mean, I drank a lot. I
Uh,
like a lot when I was
really?
younger. Yeah, 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 yeah. So there was a lot. There was alcohol, of course, and there was a lot of junk food while you were drunk. I mean,
Right.
after the party, you go to a fucking a burger place and you just order some shit just to numb yourself. So yeah, that kind of life. And yeah, I smoked a lot in that time too.
What did
So
you usually smoke? Was it like a cigarettes or
yeah, cigarettes. Yes.
yeah? Yeah. I definitely have a definitely drawn towards like the alcohol and tobacco myself. Like it definitely like it feels good when I do it, but I guess what is the do you still ever consume any alcohol or smoke, or are you like basically just have you given all that up to get into the raw meat?
Yeah, I quit it long before the raw meat actually. I mean, I quit it 8 years ago, not a
Mhm.
single drop for 8 years. And the smoking maybe a short time afterwards.
Yeah.
And then, so it has been a journey for me because we don't have to go into any details, but I was in a very dark place before. I basically hit rock bottom. And from there, and 8 years forward, I have just tried to become as healthy as possible. And it all began with like working out and eating a typical bodybuilder meal, which uh, which is not healthy at all. I know now, but that was the starting point, and then I just grew to the point I am now. I'm never working out. I only eat mostly like organs and fat from bone marrow and I mean fatty ground beef and fatty meats. So
Yeah. Have you felt like you've done any like experimentation with your diet, like anything that doesn't work or anything that you find like works the best?
uh, I can't think of anything now actually.
Have you always
I
just kind
mean,
of gone in on like the raw organs and like the what I saw one thing that you mentioned was you were eating like some fermented foods that you would make, like the fermented liver. And
mhm.
then I saw in a recent video, you're like, I'm not eating anything fermented anymore. I just want fresh everything.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think it tastes horrible. So, but that's just a personal preference I have. So, but I love sour things like fermented milk or something. That's
Yes.
that's candy for me. Oh
Oh
my
my
god!
god.
When I get my goats and I can make my own sour milk, that will be my diet. I am
Uh,
not even exaggerating. Holy shit. I love it so much.
Milk and dairy is so addictive. Like
Yes.
it's bad.
Yes.
My
Yeah.
issue though, I have an issue with milk where if I drink it, it's just like I instantly get the worst acne of your life. Like I
Oh
look
no.
like I was doing meth. Like I
Oh
look
my
like I
god.
was doing some kind of drugs. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
People always tell me like, "Oh, it's just, that's just the process, you have to break out when you're drinking." I don't know what it is. I can't handle it, but the flavor is insane.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
your
yeah,
what's your
absolutely.
favorite, like if you had to eat one raw dairy product, what would it be?
I think Greek yogurt
Is
actually.
anybody else getting shivers? I literally
Yeah, I
just get
think Greek yogurt.
shivers
Yeah,
throughout my whole
that's.
body.
I ate a
Whoa.
lot of Greek yogurt before I quit eating pasteurized.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Just wanted to thank we got a donation actually from Damien Kaki. He donated, I don't know what CLP is. 1000 CLP. He said, "Let's go, two goats."
Ah,
Really appreciate that.
thank you.
But yeah, when somebody said, Valentine, he asked, "Is it okay if I lift weights?" I know that on your channel you were definitely really big into bodybuilding at one point, and then
Yes.
you kind of stopped. What was the biggest inspiration for why you decided to stop working out?
Yeah, I just listened to Gotis, and
Yeah,
yeah, and I just agree with the thing about no stress and
yeah.
just anti-aging.
Do you think that working out ages you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It makes
Yeah,
sense
it
to
does.
me. There was a video that I watched. It was or a channel. It's like one of those black pill kind of channels. It was called like Aesthetics Waiting, where they really do talk about a lot of like black pill aesthetic kind of stuff. And one of the things that he mentioned was how all of these bodybuilders, when you're like go like this with your face all the time, like it's really like like
Mm.
getting pushing hard and stuff like that. Like
Hmm.
it will only make sense that that kind of like movement is going to create all these like wrinkles and whatnot.
That too,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so it's like, yeah, definitely all that extra stress. Now, do you do anything? I know like you're out in nature a lot. Do you go on like walks or is your exercise more like naturally incorporated into your life? You don't really have to try.
Yeah, only by feel. I mean, if I feel like going on a walk, I go on a walk. But I don't like, oh, on Monday, I'm gonna go on a walk. It's like, if I feel like it during the week, I will go. And usually when I feel like it and I go on a walk, my brain just activates and just walking in nature, it just feels good all the time. So I don't like I don't start to jog or anything because that doesn't feel good. So I don't do it.
Yeah, something that I got recently, I've actually been trying to like figure out because I don't have a car right now. I've been trying to
Mm.
figure out how I'm gonna get like back and forth places and just like travel more so I can like maybe like make some YouTube videos actually doing some things other than just sitting in my room. Um,
Mhm.
so I got a bike and I've absolutely been loving it so far.
Yeah.
What do you think about biking? Do you have a bike? Do you ride bikes?
Uh, I don't have one right now, but I have nothing against bikes actually.
Yeah. Where you live is everything pretty far away? Do you have to like drive to wherever you're trying to go?
Yeah, it's like wait, I can't talk kilometers here.
No, it's okay. I feel like most people will understand.
Yeah, yeah, okay. It's 10 kilometers to the nearest grocery store, you can say. So a bike would be pretty far for me, but I have a car, so it goes with car. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're definitely pretty far out there in the countryside for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Let me see here if we've got some other questions I want to get to.
Yeah.
Lots of just kind of like comments. Does anybody have any questions? If not, we'll just keep on going on. Anyways, there's another topic. Well, maybe we can get more into the raw meat stuff. I didn't really prepare anything, guys, so sorry if it doesn't roll off the tongue very well. But have you noticed any major benefits since you started eating raw meat, or any small benefits, or anything at all?
Uh, well, I don't feel my food in my stomach anymore.
That's a big one.
That's yeah, actually. And when I cooked my food, I felt stuffed. Now I don't feel, even if I eat until I almost puke, I don't feel it in my stomach. It's actually crazy. So that's one. And just the constant well-being, actually. Just feeling good almost all the time. I mean, eh, mood fluctuates during the day, of course, but I can manage any feeling way better. I don't get like super triggered and super consumed by a feeling. Like some I can sit with it, and it's more okay right now because the diet, my body is functioning.
Right.
That's what I feel like.
One thing I noticed is your diet is very low carbohydrate as well, at least from what I can see. I know like you did eat some fruit and things like that, the blueberries.
Hmm.
But for the most part, it's really low carb. I feel like the same exact way. You know, it's
Mm.
like my energy is always just like the same. Like, yes, there might be little like periods here where something might upset me and I'll get a little spike or whatever. But
Mm.
for the most part, it's like very level, very consistent all day long. Whereas with the carbohydrates, it's more up and down.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about carbohydrates for me is that when I eat blueberries from the store, I always get some pimples the day after. So I mean, I will try. We all very soon we will have blueberries in the forest. So I will try some fresh blueberries and see how that will react in my body.
Yeah, like you always wonder, like, is the problem with the blueberries or the fruit? Is it the sugar? Is it the pesticides or whatever that they're using on it, or what is it? So that'll be a good test to see. I know anytime that I eat fruit from the store, I have like the same exact reaction. It's like
Mm.
little zits pop up here and there.
Yeah.
I'm very sensitive to acne myself. Were you
Okay.
like, were you kind of the same way? Did you have like a lot of acne growing up or anything like that?
Actually, not.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I have. It looks like acne scars. I mean, there's some craters in my face,
Mm.
and that's from really big blackheads. Like that. That's my problem. I get many blackheads around my face, but that has reduced significantly when I started eating raw meat. Like they are almost gone. Some blackheads still, but
Yeah.
way, way, way less.
Another thing I want to go back to, I kind of we didn't talk about it too much, but you mentioned that you had a problem with like alcohol and smoking, and then you gave it
Mm.
up many years ago.
Mhm.
Um, were you like experimenting with health a lot during that period of time, experimenting with diet, or was this more like a recent thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have experienced a lot with diets, but
Hmm.
I never tried a vegan diet. That's for sure.
Me
That
neither.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I always, we always knew that that was really bad. I mean, that doesn't work. That's just self-evident. And I have my mom to thanks for that, because she always had said to me growing up that you need meat. You need, yeah, you need meat exactly.
Man,
So
yeah, it's such a good thing to have. Another big thing in this community that people talk about. Who asked this? Somebody asked. I feel like a few people have asked this question. Nestor123 said, oh, here we go. Uh,
mhm.
Top Secret says, okay, lots of questions that we've kind of skipped over. Let me go back a little bit. It's hard to see them sometimes. It's hard to see them.
I can't see them at all.
We have talk about your experimenting with berries. Aside from,
Berries.
you know, like the little bit of acne that it gave you, how do you feel like it
Mhm.
like affected your energy, mood, things like that? Do you think anything changed at all? Did you gain anything from eating the berries? Did it take anything away?
I felt like they always hydrated me very well. That's what they gave me. And um after I ate the blueberries, I could feel almost like a little high. Like very hydrating. Like it very, yeah, hydrating.
Yes,
So yeah.
I feel the same way
So
with fruit. Did you ever experiment with like fruit juices or just like mainly eating whole fruits?
yeah, I like the idea of eating whole fruits. So no smoothies
Yeah.
for me.
Oh, this brings me to another thing. Have you
Mhm.
looked much into the Agenus Vonderplanet's kind of way of doing things? Or do you mainly kind of do like a raw carnivore approach, just kind of following your instincts?
Uh, yeah, I have not looked into him as much, eller that much. I mostly listen to Goatis and like the carnivore raw, vad heter det, approach. Yeah, I do it like that. So no, vad heter det, celery uses or something. That I think that's bullshit,
Yeah,
personally.
yeah. It's very deep. There's a lot of people who are very into it. I'm really good friends, well, pretty good friends. I wouldn't say really good friends because I'd be a lie, but me and Scott Hall, I
Mm.
don't know if you know Scott Hall, but he's very big into Agenus Wander planets and his way of doing things. I guess Agenus has a bunch of different detoxification protocols based off of just like helping people for so many years that he feels like work the best. But personally, again, I think what works best for me is like eating just a raw carnivore kind of approach. I don't
Mm.
necessarily follow, I don't try the detoxification protocols. It's just like anytime I try incorporating the stuff that he says, it's like my acne gets horrible. And people
Yeah.
say, like, oh, it's supposed to do that. It's supposed to get bad. But I'm like,
Mm.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I prefer everything to be going well. So
Yeah.
I'll do the things that I know work for me. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just there's a lot to it. Have you ever thought about looking into that sort of stuff, or were you just kind of immediately when you heard about like the celery juice and stuff, you're just kind of like, that's not really the way I want to go about things, or what was kind of your reaction when you heard about it?
Yeah, I got very put off when I heard about the vegetable uses. I didn't
Yeah.
like that at all.
Was
So
that from information that you heard from Augenus or from things that other people were saying about Augenus?
from Argenis.
Yeah,
No, for other people from Argenis. So I
yeah,
have never looked into his work directly. I can be honest to say.
right. Yeah, I've read his book. I've made some. Now his recipes are amazing. I will
Mhm.
tell you that.
Okay.
Um, Raw meat recipes are so delicious. Do you drink a lot of raw milk?
We have no raw milk in Sweden that I can buy. So
Oh,
it's only pasteurized in Sweden, you know.
oh wow. That makes a lot of sense because I just thought about the fact that I've almost never seen you consume raw milk.
Yeah, that's why.
So do you not even have one spot where you could get it?
I think there's some. I mean, you can go to a butcher. No, not a butcher. To a milkman, lack of a better word, and get it directly from the cows. But it's illegal to sell it in the store. That's how it is. So if you
Yeah.
get it directly from the farmer, it's okay.
Yep, it's exactly like that in the state that I live in. It's illegal to buy it at the supermarket, but you can go and get it at the farm.
I see.
Have you ever done that before?
Only when I was a child and my neighbor had cows, I did it.
Do you remember anything about the way it tasted, or was it too long ago?
It was too long ago.
What are your thoughts on salt?
Yeah, I don't consume it anymore. I think that all the sodium I need is in the meat.
Yeah. Did you ever go through a phase where you thought that salt was necessary?
Absolutely. Or only
Really?
recently. Yeah. So maybe 6 months ago, I ate salt because I thought it was hydrating. But when I quit salt for a long period of time, it just stabilized, and now I feel even better.
Interesting. Did you feel any negative effects when you started eating the salt?
Uh, well, I'll only notice that when I quit it, I felt better. So
When you say better, was it like what things specific did you notice felt better?
mm,
Did you get any like any headaches at all, anything like that? Because when I eat salt,
yeah,
I feel like I tend to get lots of headaches.
yeah, I don't really remember. I think I got dried out when I ate a lot of salt.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
a lot
And when
thirstier than usual.
yeah, exactly. Because you can't only eat salt and not drink water. So I
Yeah,
drank water with it. But when I just stopped both, And of course, I drink water now because that makes me feel good to drink a little bit water now and then, especially when I talk right now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But when you just quit the salt, you drink a little less water, and it just is more stable, I think.
Right. Now, what was your source of salt? Was it like through salted cheese, or did you like add salt to meat, or like were you doing anything specifically?
I used pink Himalayan salt.
Okay. Was there somebody who had recommended that to you?
Yeah, long ago. I think like Stan Efferding or something. Also, like
Yeah.
when I used to do bodybuilding, you know. So he recommended some fucking salt, and I was just listening to all the bodybuilders, you know, all the big bodybuilders
Yeah. Do you ever
who was
find
on
yourself?
steroids.
Do you ever find yourself like craving it anymore?
No, absolutely not.
No
No, no, no,
cravings
no,
for salt.
no, no, no.
Me neither. What do you think cause? What do you think could cause somebody to crave salt? Or have you ever craved it before?
Oh, I can't. No, I don't know. I can't say actually.
I think that what causes salt cravings is just already being like addicted to it. You know, like once you eat a little bit of it, like you just want more and more of it. It's like so addictive. Um, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm no
yeah. It
expert
makes
myself, but
things. Oh,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. It makes things taste actually a little bit good. So I can see why the addiction is there.
It
And
does.
also I can add that while I was working out, I mean, you sweat a lot. So I could say that salt was probably good in that regard. Not saying it is good at all, and working out is good, but in that paradigm, I could say that it was good, but it's
Yeah.
not good. You get what I'm saying.
Right. We had some other questions here. Shen Bapiro asks, "Do you brush your teeth?"
Not as often as I used to,
Hmm.
but I do brush them with water, and I have a bamboo brush right now. But I would like to have like hairs from swine, but I can't. It's so expensive. Like it's very expensive, so I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Is there's the reason why you started brushing less? Is it because you um, started to realize that brushing teeth isn't what actually keeps them strong and healthy? It's actually what you eat.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I have no fear of my teeth decaying anymore because I barely eat any sugar, and yeah, before I used to have a toothache or like a little bit of a pain in them, but I can go like a month without brushing them. Not of course I brush them more, but I could do that, and I wouldn't have any pain at all. So it's quite crazy when you get into this shit. Like I love this diet. I mean, there have happened so many great things.
Along those lines, um, have you ever experienced any trouble with your teeth growing up or in adulthood?
Yeah, I drank energy drinks when I was a kid, and that fucked up my teeth real good. So
Yeah.
I have fixed my teeth on two places. I think they have to drill and stuff.
Yeah, I know. As a kid, I definitely got tons of cavities, but I grew up eating like sugary processed foods. You know, I was not lucky enough like you to where I was able to eat the more whole foods, lots of meat and stuff. As a matter of fact, I didn't even like steak until I was like 18,
Oh my god.
19. Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
never had
Okay.
anybody cook me a good steak and be like, "Oh, this is so good." So
Hmm.
yeah, I grew up eating very little meat. Um, Also, when you do
I
brush your
see.
teeth, is there any like particular toothpaste that you use, or do you just kind of use water, or how do you kind of do that?
Yeah, only to. I mean, you get some. Do you say plaque or something
Yes.
on? Yeah. So I used to brush that off with water and my
Yeah.
bamboo brush and
One
nothing else.
yeah, one thing that I've wanted to start doing for the plaque is like a lot of people use a water pick, just like using pressurized water to kind of uh
Mhm.
blast
Okay.
off all the plaque and stuff. However, I've noticed that I really only get the plaque when I drink raw milk. Raw milk like covers my teeth in plaque. And it gets so
Okay.
bad. It got so bad at one point that I had to just kind of like scrape it all off with a one of those dental picks. It
Mm-hmm.
just built up so much over the years from not brushing. So,
Okay.
and I've been kind of scared to. I went through periods of time where I didn't brush very much, but I feel like now the benefits of using like a very good toothpaste, no fluoride, no bad ingredients, and just some like basic rinse along those same kind of principles, floss and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I want to prevent gingivitis too, and like having breath that smells bad, um
Yeah.
for multiple reasons. I feel like it's okay, like in modern society it definitely helps out to smell nice. So there's certain things that I do that aren't necessarily like the most primal, but
Mm.
I feel like they really don't have any negatives to them. Some people
Yeah.
will sit here and argue with like, you don't need to do it. Like your breath will unnaturally smell good. It doesn't matter. But let me tell you what, there was this one time that I was with a girl and,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, you know, faces are close to each other. And she like smelled my breath and she was like, she told me like it smells like her cat's ass or something.
Mm-hmm. No.
So, oh shit, I felt so embarrassed. So
You are traumatized. Holy
so,
shit.
so I went back home. I went back and I fucking got like I got like the fluoride toothpaste. I got like the the fluoride rinse. I'm like, I gotta get
You
this
got
shit out.
everything. You
Man,
started eating junk food and
I
everything.
started eating junk food and I started using Colgate. It's
Yeah.
great.
You went back.
No, but like after that period of time, I was like, I need to stop putting fluoride in my body. So I just like
Mm.
transitioned over to like the Frank Tufano guy. He makes very good products, I think. I'm not sponsored by him. I don't have any affiliate link. However, he makes good
Liar.
stuff.
I'm
It
kidding.
seems like I am, right? But I'm not.
I'm just kidding.
But that gets me to another thing. What do you think about Frank Tufano? Or when was the first time you knew about Frank Tufano? I know we kind of mentioned this a little bit.
Well, I know him a couple of years back because I know he got on the carnivore diet.
Uh huh.
But I never really listened to him that much. Only now I have noticed that his eyes after the surgery. So that's the only thing I recently know about him.
Yeah. Just kind of found out about him from the eye stuff. What do you think about the eye stuff that he did? Do you think that he needed it? Do you think that he went overboard? Do you think that anybody really needs it? Like, what do you kind of think about that?
I think more like he could have accepted it, like not to. I don't like cutting into myself, like operate on it. I don't surgery and stuff. I don't think anyone should do that. Just
Yeah,
keep yourself natural and maybe like save your next generation and bring your knowledge instead, so they can be well developed or something.
that's true. There's only really so much that we can do having found out about this diet later in life. I didn't
Mm.
grow up eating much meat. There's nothing that I can really do to fix the way that I look, aside from, the basic things like just like what happens when you eat healthy, get like moderate amounts of exercise, going outside, getting sunlight. There's only so much that you can
Mm.
do naturally. Like you really just have to come to terms with that. The best thing that we can do is try to live as healthy and happy lives as possible.
Absolutely.
Prevent ourselves from breaking down later in life.
Yeah.
That's something that scares me as well as getting really old and or not even that old and having issues, diabetes, other problems like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
Back to the kind of like looks maxing black pill stuff. Have you seen much of that like pop up in your social media or timelines? Do you have any like thoughts on all that?
Yeah. I mean, I watched a lot of black pill stuff. I
Really?
mean, yeah, and the PSL gods, and
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
look at those, and what makes men attractive, what women find attractive in men when they look at you, like some. I mean, the cheekbones, the jawline, the big lips, the eye area, everything. I like some. Of course, you want to know about these things. Not that I tried to do anything about it. I just eat the natural, and I shouldn't think about it actually. I mean, I just eat natural and I hope for the best.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I've got a lot of things to say about that community, but or the
okay,
things that they say and stuff like that. But yeah, so you kind of agree with me basically. It's just we do what we can naturally, try to live our lives as healthy as possible so that the next generation can, thrive basically. Um,
yes,
but yeah, I think it's very interesting. I definitely don't want to like go off on too much of a tangent on all that stuff, but
mhm.
I feel like the internet, at least, was a much happier, feel good place before all of that kind of looks maxing stuff came up. I feel like it's kind of been a breeding ground for normalizing super toxic and negative traits that people have, Like some of these
Yeah,
people, they just feel so absolutely negative and like vibe killing sort of energy
hmm,
and nothing really positive to contribute to other people, it seems like. Sorry, I
I
know I
can agree
ranted.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with you because there are people like that who
Yeah.
who doesn't have the other side of the coin, who just only focuses on the one side of the coin. So
Right.
yeah, both are very important. I mean, to say that personality doesn't matter at all is kind of a horrible thing to say in my opinion. I mean, you have to be yourself, and I mean, if everyone expresses themselves genuinely, they have a personality. We are all unique, so
Yeah.
you can't just throw away that thing like some that. I mean, just because you look good, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
so then you just look good, and you get another superficial. Yeah, you could say superficial, only who focuses on the looks and not on the inside. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a pretty horrible way to live.
I
I
agree.
would, yeah,
Yeah, constantly focusing on what everybody thinks of you on the outside and things like that.
yeah,
Definitely finding happiness within yourself is important. And they're like say like, "Oh, cope, cope, cope," but it's like
yeah,
you're just gonna go down this like negative, toxic brain spiral and be a really unhappy person if you never try to just be happy and content at some point.
yeah, absolutely.
See here, lots of other questions, lots of other people coming in here.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go. Timmy VA asks Primal, ask Andreas what is he going to hunt on a consistent basis. Also, I'm also a huge supporter of you, Andreas.
thank you.
But yeah, what do you plan on hunting
So
there? Yeah.
yeah, we have a lot of roe deer here. So if I explain what it is, as it's like a very small deer. So that will be like that. That's what I'm very Uh, I'm looking forward to eat the fresh blood from roe deer. That will be a very cool experience, and I will upload it on YouTube immediately when I do it. And I will
Man,
eat the organs. Yeah,
that's going to be so good. Do you plan to hunt with a firearm or are you going to hunt with like a bow?
I will use my rifle because
Okay.
right now I have paid the police with my request for my gun, which I'm on my way to buy, and it's called 6.5 and 55. It's like that's the caliber of the gun. It's a very popular gun here in Sweden.
Okay.
So that's a class 1 rifle, and you can kill moose with it. That's the smallest rifle you can kill moose with legally. So if I can, if I what do you say? If I get the opportunity, I can kill a moose with it. But I will only kill I will not join a team and kill a moose because you have to be in a team when you kill moose. You can't do it alone because that's illegal here in Sweden. But roe deer, you can go out alone in the woods and you can kill a roe deer. So small game will be my like staple hunting animals.
Yeah.
And also geese. If I search for if I'm allowed to do it by the state, I can also hunt geese.
So you had to go through like a whole training course, didn't you?
Absolutely,
Basically.
yeah. The hunting exam it's called, and you first it's a written exam with how you recognize all different animals and and different hunting rules and all the stuff. Like you have to have, I think it is, you have to have 60 out of 70 on the test. So I think I got like 61 or something. So lucky me. And then you have to be on a shooting range with all these teachers, and you have to shoot with a shotgun uh, and like a small 22 long rifle, it's called, and the end of it you shoot with this big what do you say?
Like a
It's
shotgun?
hard. It's no that the
Sniper
big
rifle?
yeah sniper.
Yeah.
You could say sniper rifle.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
and you have to shoot on a moving target like 100 meters away, and you have to shoot like on this little. If you want to get the highest score, you have to shoot on this little area. You could
So
say, but it's a way larger.
if you get a score
What
that's too low, do they not like let you pass? Like when you're
exactly?
shooting?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
very strict.
wow.
Yeah
Okay,
yeah.
so they're actually testing your ability to actually be able to shoot well too, because they don't want you just shooting something you're not supposed to, just because, yeah, something like that, maybe.
Absolutely, yeah. You have to recognize what animal it is. So you have to basically know all the animals in Sweden, and then you have to be. They have to see if you're able to kill them without them being in pain. You can say. You can say.
Right. Had another question here. It is, what is your religion? Do you feel like religious at all, or do you have any sort of beliefs like that? Anything you want to share?
I mean, I am a Christian, but I'm not that religious. But I believe in marriage and all that stuff. I think that's very beautiful. So, but I'm not that religious. I don't go to church that much. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Not like a huge part of your life.
no, that's not a huge problem in my life. No.
Do you feel like at some point it might be important to think more deeply about that sort of stuff? Is it something that you like plan to look into more?
Uh, no, I will not. I mean, with my family later, I will create my own family rules with my wife, of course, and that will be our religion in the family, like how we should act and stuff in the society and stuff.
Right. Yeah, myself, I'm not very religious either. I think that there's definitely maybe a creator of some sort, but it's not really something that I looked into. But eventually in the future, I think that I do want to get more into that sort of stuff. It's very interesting. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
things that I haven't looked into just because I feel like I don't have much time. Oh, this brings me to another thing. What do you think about jobs?
Yeah, yeah. I wish I never have to go a job again. Of course, but yeah, eventually you have to because now I'm on welfare and my economy is to the shits, and I have to. I mean, my savings are being sucked dry slowly but surely. So that's very sad to see. So that I
Right.
need a higher income. So that's inevitable here in Sweden.
Yeah. If you had to do like, what do you think? Like, if you when you're getting back into the job market, is there anything that you had like specifically planned to do? Maybe like going wolfing or do you know what the wolfing stuff is? Kind of like working
No,
on. I think
what is
they
that?
call it like work away, where like you go and you work on somebody's farm, and you
Ah,
basically you don't make any money, but they pay for your place to live. They give you food. All that you have to do is like work on the farm.
okay.
But did you kind of have like a plan as to uh, if once you do like maybe look into to getting a job, like what sort of jobs that you'd be looking into?
Well, I'm a good welder, and
Really?
yeah. I have welded like for several years, and
Oh God.
my dad is an exceptional welder. I have
Wow.
learned everything from my dad, and so I could get a welding job. And
Yeah.
the only thing I would do differently this time when I get back in the job market is that I won't like, what do you say? I won't work my ass off, because I'm very capable of being very good at working and being great at the job place, but it kills me with stress. I can't handle it, if I'm being honest.
And I feel
So
the same way.
yeah, so I really need to hold back, because it's so easy to want to be more effective, do more, and you just get punished with more work, and I can't handle that anymore.
Dude,
It
I
doesn't work for
feel
me.
the same exact way. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, the better you do at your job, the more work they make you do. And it's
Yes.
like, what the So what's the point? What is the
Yeah.
point of me wanting to get better at my job if all it's going to make me do is more work? So I
Mm.
keep that in my mind when I'm at work. It's like I'm not going to try to do the best job that I can. I'm
Yeah.
going to relax. I'm going to sit here. I'm just going to, get through it. Because yeah,
Yeah.
the harder that you work, and it works exactly like that in my job. It's like the harder that I work, the more crap I have to do. And they
Mm.
try to push you. They try to push you to do more work too. They try to say
Yeah.
like, "Oh, if you do, this good, if you reduce your the time it takes you to do this or do that, we're going to give you $1 raise." I was like, "Wait a
Oh.
second. If I have to work twice as hard to get $1 raise,
Yeah.
it's just not even worth it."
That is
What the
horrible.
fuck? Like, I'm just
It's
gonna keep
horrible.
on chilling. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
keep on chilling, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I get
Oh.
it's so terrible. That's like the worst part of work. The better that you get, the harder that you have to work, or you want to raise, you gotta work hard. I can't stand it. So like,
Exactly.
yeah, I just want to have like a really easy job where I don't know, man. It's just accepting that I'm not cut out for the stress. Kind of like you talked
Yeah.
about before. Like you can get really good at something, but it's just that stress is so annoying. Thinking about
Yes.
having to go back to work, put in all this hard work, and
Mm.
just I don't know. I think that what do you think the biggest reason is why you feel the stress?
Uh, Self punishment, I would say. I mean, I just put so much pressure on myself to just perform, and I just basically kill myself in the. Can you say that on YouTube?
I think you're okay. Yeah, in the
Okay.
context.
Yeah. Yeah. I basically myself in the workplace, because I just I want to overperform, and it hasn't worked out for me yet, and no, I won't do that. And I have dropped all the pride of not being lazy. I'm actually proud of being lazy now, because it's because it's for my well-being I'm being lazy.
Yeah.
It's for my own self-love, actually.
Yeah. I feel like what we should
So
do is try to get as much as we can with being as lazy as possible.
yes,
Like
yes,
if we do that,
yes.
we're winning.
Yeah, but
If I
that's
can
being
get
effective too.
it's being effective, exactly,
Yeah, yeah,
put in
yeah.
as little work as possible to get as much money as you possibly can. That is
Yes.
my advice to anybody who's working. Another thing that makes me feel stressed with working is well, I had it and I lost it. Oh, it's the fact that I'm missing out on so much of my life.
Hmm.
That is 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
at least here in America, the 40-hour work week, that
Yeah.
I'm
Same here.
never going to get back. Never.
Mm.
Once you spend
Yeah.
that time on your job, you're never getting that back. And it's kind of morbid, but anything could happen to you. Anything could happen to you. You could pass away right after that work week. How
Yeah.
fulfilling was that last week of your like wouldn't it's terrible. It's kind of sad to say, but like anything could happen in this world. We are mortal. We can pass away. We can get
Yes.
issues, get injured or whatever. Um,
Hmm.
it's just not worth it, in my opinion, to focus on work like that. And it's crazy to see because I live like in a very suburb heavy area. I go on a walk and it's just houses, house after house after house after house, all these cars, all these things that people own, families. It's crazy to me how so many people have just accepted it. It makes me wonder, is there something wrong with me? Do you ever feel like
Yeah,
that? Do you feel like is there something wrong with me here?
of
Or is
course.
or is there something wrong with the system? Like what's I don't know. Is there something wrong with the way that I view work? Like how do all these people enjoy it and want to live this kind of lifestyle?
Well, if you really look underneath all the people that work, I mean, they don't actually enjoy it because they create this strong, they create pride around their work. And why do you have to create pride around something if you then you're just lying to yourself, I think.
Yeah,
So I mean, the most miserable people you will ever meet, that's the ones who work the hardest.
that's so true.
So
Yeah, but some of them get really good at lying about it. Like I know,
yeah.
especially like when you start having kids, like when you start having kids, it gets very easy to get kind of sucked into that work life, and I think to become more accepting of it all because at that point now you
Mm,
have people that you're taking care of. You have all this responsibility in life, which is a
mm,
beautiful thing, but
yeah,
also the way that things work today, if you start a family, you're going to have to be good at playing in that system and making money, you know.
yeah.
There was one time that I was talking to my mom about jobs, and at the time, I had like wanted to quit the job that I was working, and I was like talking to one of my parents, and basically they told me like primalism. They didn't call me primalism because that's not my real name, but
Yeah.
they're like
Okay. Are
they're
you sure?
they're like, listen, primalism. Nobody likes their job. It's just the way it is.
Mm, yeah,
Right
it
from
is
the
true.
right from the the people who do it. But
Mm,
it's like, man, there's got to be an alternative. You know, got to be
yeah.
something to do. I'm not good at making money. I've learned that about myself. I'm not business savvy. I'm not anything like that.
Same.
Uh, I don't know. Just going out and maybe wolfing. Maybe wolfing is the answer for me. Going and working on somebody's farm, I think.
Yeah. Isn't that what the blood still does?
That is what Bloodsteel does. Yeah, that's how I found out about it.
Ah, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. But yeah, did you guys have any other questions? I've seen lots of different talk in the chat again. Somebody says we should, or Satsui said we should be criminal maxing. Uh, you know, I, lots of people shoplift meat and stuff, things like that.
What?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Shin Bapira says, guys, stop being lazy. Who's gonna carry the boat? Stay hard.
Oh my god. Oh, I actually listened to that guy before. Oh my god.
Really? How'd you find out
I
about?
sat I sat on a bicycle one time for 6 hours straight and just fucking pedaled my fucking retard ass on that bike and watched David Goggins. I
Oh
was
boy.
mentally ill for real. Holy shit.
How long did that
Oh
last?
yeah, six hours straight.
Wait. But, well, like after you did it for 6 hours, did you like
Uh,
do that any other day, or was it just that one day? You're just like, oh, I love this guy.
I mean, I have a. Do you mean if I have listened to David Goggins other times, or
Oh
what did you mean?
yeah. Did you go through like a phase, like a David Goggins phase?
Yeah, it was during the phase uh, I cutted, I got shredded, and I listened to that guy, and just oh, I'm gonna get shredded. I'm gonna starve myself in reality, and yeah, it was just horrible. I didn't feel good at all. I was just like super hardcore. I couldn't talk to anyone. I was like no emotion. It was just self punishment, and
Yeah.
yeah, if you punish yourself, you kill your personality completely.
Right.
You don't just don't feel good. So yeah,
So true. Somebody
yeah.
asks, "Do you drink water?" I know you kind of mentioned this before, but you do drink water. What kind of water do you drink? Do you drink like spring water, well water?
Yeah, so we have a well right here actually. this is the well. I don't. Do you see
Huh.
it? So
With the flower pot on top of it?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's we always had a well, and I make sure that I drink that as much as possible. But of course, I cheat and I drink tap water in my apartment, for example,
Yeah.
when I get thirsty. I'm not
Right.
like super myopic about it.
Right. Here's another question
But
here.
now I drink. Okay,
Oh
now I
yeah.
drink spring water and stuff.
How does the, oh wait, is that spring water?
Mhm.
Do you go to like a local spring near you or do you buy it?
Oh, man, I mean the well collects spring water. That's what I mean when I say that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. See, I'm not too versed in how all that works myself. Do you
Mm.
notice a difference in the taste between the tap water where you are and the spring water that you drink?
Yeah, it's a lot of iron in our spring water, and it's a completely different taste overall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like tap water almost tastes dry. I can't really explain it. It's just something that I feel that it tastes a little bit dry, but
Yeah.
spring water just tastes refreshing.
Right. Probably because of all of like the who knows? Do you think they add any sort of chemicals in this in the tap water we're in Sweden?
Uh, I have no idea, but I would suspect that maybe some medicine could be laying there that's
Yeah.
not been filtered.
Here, that's the
Maybe.
biggest concern because they add so much crap to the tap water. It's insane. Like you
Mm,
cannot drink the tap water here. Some people do,
okay.
but you know it's probably safe to. I don't know. Like, what are the long term effects of all this stuff? It just scares me.
Yeah.
But I've heard that it is much safer to drink it in Europe.
Mm. Do you have fluoride in your water?
Oh yeah,
Oh no. Oh my
yeah.
God. That's actually legal in Sweden, thankfully.
Hmm. It's a good
But
thing,
yeah. Mm. Oh my God. What a crazy thing adding fluoride to water just to fix people's teeth. It's just
right?
crazy.
It is insane.
Mm.
Some other question here. Lots of questions coming in at this point now. Like I told you, I'd say like, look, the questions are gonna start hitting us here.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We did hit the hour point though.
Yeah, that's
Do you
cool.
have to go and do anything, or do you want to answer some more questions here?
I'm free, you know.
Okay, okay, perfect. Here we go. Do your diets make dating difficult? What are your
More
thoughts
easy.
on that? You find it more
Easy.
easy?
Yeah, I feel better and I look more healthy. So I'm talking to a girl right now. We're in a a little controversial, but we're in a long distance relationship. But
Yeah,
this girl is amazing. So
yeah,
she's from the Philippines. So
really.
it's yeah, it's quite a cool experience, and she will come here uh, later and visit here in Sweden.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Long distance can be okay, I think, because did you just like really relate to this girl like when you started talking to her? Like did you just kind of feel like you had to force anything or anything like that, or was it just like a natural kind of she kind of related to the things that you said sort of thing?
Yeah, so we have supernatural supernatural conversations. I mean, it's just great chemistry between us,
Yeah.
and she accepts my way. I don't hide shit from myself.
Good.
I I'm very open when I'm dating. I mean, I just this is me. This is my insecurities. I don't care. Take it or leave it, because I know if I want a long-term relationship, sometimes eventually they will find out anyway.
Yeah.
So I just vomit myself out on the girl I'm dating, and if she doesn't like it, yeah, okay, then she wasn't for me. So
Right.
that's how I think about it.
Yeah.
But this girl, she likes me. Liksom, she loves everything about me, and
Yeah.
I love everything about her. So
That's awesome, man.
it's quite a beautiful thing. I'm very happy that I met this girl.
It's so good. That is so good. It can be very hard to find somebody who like agrees with you about things, especially in today's world. So I think that, you
Mm.
know, there's nothing really wrong with having a long distance relationship, so long as it's like agreed upon, like we're not trying to keep this some long distance like computer thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely want to meet them at some point. Um,
absolutely.
Now have you had any difficulty, have you tried like dating normal girls near you? Have like while you're on this diet, or not too much of that?
Uh, I didn't get to it actually. Uh, I met this girl quite fast,
Hmm.
so I focused in on her, and
So you've been talking
yeah,
for a while now.
yeah, since
Yeah.
February.
Okay. Very nice.
So so yeah. So
Myself,
I have no need. Yeah, I have no need to meet anyone else.
yeah.
And I'm that I date exclusively until I find out that we wasn't a match. So, but this feels very good right now. So I'm just, and I think it's unfair to date someone, to date several people at the one time.
Oh
I
yeah.
think that's horrible. I think that's so horrible and unfair because then your times are divided everywhere, and you just like you forget stuff about that girl, and you just no, you're fucking with that person and yourself. So I'm
Yes.
very you date exclusively. You are fair to the person you're dating.
Yeah.
That's me when I'm doing stuff like
Yeah.
this.
Dating multiple people at the same time is very bad for your brain, I think. It
Yes.
regardless of whether you're a woman or a man, if you're dating like that, it's going to be very hard for you to like pair bond with somebody and to like
100%.
really appreciate that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have
Totally
very good
agree.
points about that.
Hmm.
What else did we have here? What TV shows do you like? Do you watch any TV?
I watch Naruto.
Naruto, I've heard that's a great
Yes.
one, man. I just haven't really
Oh,
gotten into
it's
it.
the amounts of times I have cried during that. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's so good.
That was
It's
my
crazy.
experience with Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
I love Dragon Ball Z.
Mm.
How'd you find out about Naruto?
Uh, well, my cousin lives in Japan.
Really?
Uh, yeah, so I think I got inspired by her from the first. This is this female cousin I have, and I was in love with her when I was a kid. But I wanted to marry her when I was like 10 years old or something. But
Right.
and during that time when we spent much time together, she looked at this. I think no, I know it was Elfen Lied. She looked at that anime, and I was like, "This isn't scary." And she was like, it's the story, you know." And I like I didn't I was a kid, I didn't understand shit. I just looked at it, well, okay, blood, not scared like some. So
Yeah.
it started there, and from there I've always liked the anime actually. So I like followed Naruto from uh, I think I followed all the Shippuden from the day it started streaming
Oh my gosh.
and forward. Yeah.
Was there any other anime that you liked, or was that kind of like you like that one and not too many others?
Yeah, I'm yeah, very specific about. I can watch other things also, but I love Naruto like nothing else.
Yeah, it was like the first thing that got you interested in the anime.
Uh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Naruto was the first thing. Yeah, I think so.
That's the first thing that I watched was actually just a few years ago. It was Death Note. It was
Yeah, that's a good one.
man, it's
That's a
so
good one.
good. It was so different. I didn't
Hmm.
expect anime to be like that. You know, it was like
Yeah,
almost like a crime thriller sort of show. Absolutely
yeah,
loved it.
yeah. It's great.
He also asks, he's got this same guy, he's got a lot of questions. It's Cole Wants Sing. He asks, what computer games do you like? Or did you like?
Oh, I know this one. Witcher 3. No, nothing will ever beat it. But actually, Skyrim also. Skyrim
Did you play it on console or on PC?
PC.
Nice.
Yeah.
On the internet, though, these are the ones you usually see. I'm not talking about just those who want to get rich, but also those who work regular jobs. Let's see here what else they're saying here. Oh, okay. This is another topic that I had wanted to talk about.
Mhm.
Something that we go through as men when we start getting older is hair loss. You know,
Hmm.
just like it affects all of us. It's coming. That's just the way that I think that nature works, kind of. Like, you know, we're
Yeah.
going to all eventually, well, not, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us are going to start looking like Vegeta. You know, with your
I
hairlines
was,
pushing back.
yeah.
You
I
actually made a
stopped.
video. You made a video where you were like, uh, fuck minoxidil, fuck finasteride. I'm gonna look like Vegeta and I don't give a fuck. Or something
That's
like that.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But actually, I have this kind of hair, this style of hair, because I have this line, male. Yeah, it starts like that Vegeta, But
Yes.
I like this haircut because, yeah, it looks like I don't have it. So
Right.
I'm honest being I hiding it a little bit.
Yeah. For a quick second there, after looking at all this kind of looks maxing stuff, I had started to think that maybe minoxidil wasn't so bad, and maybe I should start putting this on my scalp. And
Hmm.
I could almost feel it immediately because I think what it does is it increases your blood flow. It increases your heart rate specifically to the area where you
Mm.
apply it. So my
Hmm.
heart, I could feel my heart at night when I was putting it on top of my head, like pumping.
What?
Like I felt it pumping, like harder
That's
than
crazy.
it should have been. And I was like,
Hmm.
wait a second, if I'm feeling this now, what are the long term effects of what this could be doing to my heart, my other organs,
Exactly.
my skin? So I
Yes.
immediately stopped. And I noticed you had, for a very brief period of time, thought to yourself, maybe I'll start doing the finasteride. But you're like, wait a second, this is stupid.
Mm.
Just stop being insecure. It is what it is. I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
let nature take its course, eat raw meat, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, finasterides that really fucks with your hormones also, that DHT stuff. I mean, that's essential if you're a man. So it's like castrating yourself. So I'm
Yeah.
not castrating myself.
Was the only thing that you started taking it for where you're just like, I want to see if I can increase the hair follicles or increase, reduce the hair loss, things like that?
Yeah, it was primarily for hair loss. Yes.
Yeah. But it does have so many different negative side effects. Same thing with like any kind of chemical that you use to try to prevent hair loss. There, or I don't know, any unnatural thing that they suggest that you do like that, it's
Mm.
just best to probably stay away from it. Maybe read a self-help book. Try to like figure out what the root
Yeah.
cause of your insecurity is.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. But I'm glad that I did not go that route and I'm not gonna go that route. And if I end up being bald, it is what it is. Like I'm going to try to enjoy life in a different way, you know.
Yeah.
I don't
And I mean,
necessarily. Oh,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I would say if you get a girl that loves you for you, who cares? Then you have
Yeah.
your generation saved.
Right.
It's the
Right.
only thing that matters, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think eating the raw meat is the most important thing. I don't
Yeah.
really I think everybody to some degree we do care about looks. However, I think that we would all live better lives if there were no mirrors. We couldn't see ourselves and we just focused on living life and having fun, having a good time. And
Yeah.
something that I've been thinking about recently is just the work shit and just like, ugh, I want to stop working, go travel more, have more fun, things like that.
Mm.
And focusing on our looks so much, I don't think that should be part of the equation. I hate mirrors. I hate, all that sort of stuff.
Mm.
Some other questions here. Somebody top secret said, "Why is this chat 50% looks maxing cringe?" I don't know. I don't know, man. It just is what it is. You just kind of have to ignore it. Just let the looks maxing stuff die in a hole. Really, I think that's the best thing to do. We just have to let that stuff die. Let it become obsolete.
Yeah.
What else do we have here? Any last questions that anybody has? Any other things that you guys want to talk about? They're using slang that I don't understand. Oh, Andreas, eggs in your hair. I know we're
Is
talking
Yes.
about
anybody else
hair.
getting shivers? I
Hmm.
literally just get shivers throughout my whole body. Whoa.
Wait. We just got a donation from Alex DeLarge. We'll come back to the eggs in here. Alex, he donated $10. Thank you so much. He said, "Wow, I can't believe I missed most of this. I really appreciate Andreas Nilsson, and his videos are some of my favorites. He's got a talent with the guitar and singing. Will he continue to release songs?"
Probably.
Yeah,
It's my passion, so I will probably do it for
that's
fun.
awesome. Yeah, I absolutely love the fact that you are really into music, and
Yeah,
because I've played a little bit of guitar, but it definitely makes you feel very satisfied and happy, like when you learn a new song, when you can perform it. I think it's a great way to spend your time, you know.
absolutely. Yeah.
Is there a reason why you like making the music specifically, or something that got you into it?
I don't know. I like instruments. I played the piano since fourth grade, and I just loved music for some reason. And likewise, my little brother always had this feeling for music, just the tempo, the rhythm, something like some, I don't know. I just love it. That's the only thing I can say about it.
Was there anybody in your life who inspired you to want to pick up the guitar, or why did you choose to go with the guitar?
Hmm. I don't know actually. I think you actually. You know that song "Fucker Gently" with Jack Black.
I don't actually. Maybe if I
You
heard it
don't?
again, maybe if I heard it again, I'd know what it was. I know I've heard Jack Black before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's that song. I really wanted to learn that song so I can serenade my bitch. You know. So I
That's good.
yeah, I learned that song. So now I got it in my arsenal. So I can do it anytime I want. So
Yes, yes.
that's where it all started. So then I just continue to have fun with it.
Something that I thought about a long time ago, before all of the looks maxing stuff, it was just how this is going to sound funny, but girls, they like music. They like
Yeah,
it when a guy knows how to play music, and there are so many musicians who are very, not very good looking.
Is anybody else getting
Um,
shivers? I literally just got
but the fact that
shivers
they
throughout
play
my whole body.
music,
Whoa.
women absolutely love it. And like the
yeah,
second that you do it, it almost like, I don't know, like it turns you into like a mini rock star in their life. You become this, you like ascend in their eyes. It's really crazy. You don't have to be good looking, but
yeah.
that's another testament to how looks are in everything. Like if you have another kind of skill, music maxing is real. You know,
Absolutely.
it
Yeah,
really
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I remember I've had girlfriends or girls I've been with in the past, and the second that I've
Mm.
like played them a song on the guitar or started singing something, even though I'm not the best at all, like
Mm.
they'll be like they cannot believe what's going on right now. Like they can't believe that you can do this. So,
Yes.
looks are definitely not everything.
No, definitely not.
Um, Alex asked another question here. He said, Andreas, you should start live streaming a bit and please do some raw meat eating vlogs. Your subtle humor is hilarious. Your humor is hilarious. And I definitely
What?
agree. No, dude, like your videos are so funny, man.
Thank you. I'm just being myself. I can't control it.
It's good. It's good. But no, people would
Yeah,
absolutely love it if you started live streaming for sure. Raw meat eating vlogs too.
I probably should.
Dude,
It sounds like
people
a good idea.
people love your channel. Like
Yeah.
I don't think you realize how much people like your channel.
Yeah,
But
I don't realize it. It's that's that's the thing about me. I don't realize it.
right. Oh, but yeah, man, I think yeah, your channel is doing well and it's going to continue to do well because I think that you're just very relatable and you make great videos. And again, like you said, you really have great humor as well.
That's very nice to hear. Actually, that's very
Yeah.
nice to hear.
Let's see here. Any other questions that we got? I do appreciate the donations, Alex. Let me see here. Oh, do you read any novel? Let's get back to the egg thing. We kind of skipped over the egg
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Have
yeah,
you
yeah.
have you noticed? I guess why do people recommend that you put an egg on your hair?
Uh, I don't know, but I see the results and I
Yeah.
like it because before this interview, I went to a shower and I cracked two eggs on my head and I just washed my hair and it's very good right now. Like no grease or anything. I really like it, and I like the fact that it's natural and it's actually some nutrients in it
Yeah.
and no poison. You know.
Do you use any shampoo at all, or is it just eggs?
absolutely no
Really?
poison in my hair. Yeah. Even I wouldn't even use a natural shampoo. I wouldn't do that.
Do you just use
And
the egg yolk or do you use the egg white?
I have started using the egg white because the waste is too much. So I use a whole egg in my hair,
Yeah,
and I use it in my armpits and down there, So I used to be clean.
very cool. How do you usually um apply it? Like, what's kind of the routine for putting the egg in your hair? Do you like get your hair wet first,
Mm-hmm.
then you put the egg on it, and then you just kind of rinse it off?
Mm-hmm. Like first I comb back my hair,
Mm.
and then I just have water running through the hair, and then I don't wash my face anymore because I want to have a greasy face because I think it looks better, and I think it's more healthy also because you don't get dry in your face. And anyway, I just wash it with water, and then I just crack a egg in one hand like this, and then I just put one, and I just smear it out like backwards, and then after 2 eggs, I don't let it sit. I just wash it away immediately, and it's no grease at all, so it works very good.
How often do you do it?
Uh, if I'm not doing anything, I can go around being greasy. I don't care. If I'm don't not meeting people, for example, I can no problem being greasy. But maybe every other day, and if I start to work, I will probably do it every day. So
Right,
I just adapt to it.
right. Let's see here. Everybody like the stream. I do agree with that. If you haven't dropped a like on the stream yet, definitely make sure you do so. Want to make sure that, this hits the algorithm hard.
Mhm.
Somebody says use grass juice for your hair. It has a higher frequency. What are you talking about?
I would never do that.
Grass juice. Have you heard of grass juice?
It sounds like poison.
That sounds like poison.
Hmm.
Somebody says he gets the random Axe brand. Do you know the Axe brand of shampoo?
Yeah.
Like the Axe, like the body spray that men would use. Axe. Did you guys have
Yeah,
that there?
yeah. Of course.
Oh my god, that stuff's so toxic. It's terrible. Be like
Yeah.
Axe, like chocolate, like
Oh,
chocolate scented, like spray. Disgusting,
I
man.
think, yeah, I think I have that. I have had that in the past. Exactly, chocolate too.
Ugh. It
Shit.
looks so cool, so edgy. This
Yeah.
stuff's terrible.
Mm.
Let's
I
see
don't wear
here.
any perfume on a side note anymore either.
Right. Let's see here. Any other questions that we got? Somebody says, I wonder how you guys smell. Well,
Like shit.
straight up, I mean, it can definitely get like that. You can definitely smell like a man. You can definitely
Yeah,
smell, you haven't showered in a little bit. You can definitely start smelling, you get all sweaty and stuff. It's true.
absolutely.
Can't avoid it. Let's see here. No way you guys are collabing. My worlds are colliding. I know we had to do this for so long.
Yeah. I was so nervous before this interview, I gotta admit.
It can
But
feel nerve wracking, but it's chill. Like it is so
yeah,
live streaming is really really chill.
yeah,
It's
it
good.
really is.
Yeah. Here we go. Do you use beef tallow butter or conventional butter brands to fix food? What do you mean by that? Do you know what they mean by that? That doesn't make much sense to me. To fix food.
Nah, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
What do you fix now? No.
Yeah. But maybe your question is like, will that will make normie foods better? I don't think so, probably. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that.
No.
Let's see here. Somebody said, yes, this is an awesome collab.
I have
Valentine
like
says,
11% battery.
oh, do you?
I could actually. Can I take out my headset, or will it fuck up something?
I think you can take it out as long as you Actually, yeah, it should be perfectly fine. I think it'll just switch over to your other microphone. We can test it out.
I try.
Is anybody else getting shivers? I literally
Oh,
just got
thank you,
shivers
Alex, for the
throughout my whole body.
$5
Whoa.
donation. Definitely have Andreas back on again sometime. I really hate I missed most of this. I know Andreas does dried liver. Has he ever done high meat? Can you still hear me okay, Andreas? Oh no, I can't hear you. Oh no, you might have to plug back in your headphones. I think it's yeah, gonna stick with that for some reason. Hello? I can't hear you now. No. Wait, do you have it plugged back in? Oh, it's plugged back in now? Oh crap.
Hello?
There, I can hear you now. It came back.
Ah, great, great.
Did you
I
change
have
something?
uh, I just put on and off on the microphone. I have 10%,
Oh,
so maybe we could round this off or something. But
yeah.
we can be quick about it. We can be quick.
Yeah. But have you ever done like high meat fermented in a jar?
Not meat. I have tried high liver, but not meat.
I've had high liver as well for the most part. I have had a little bit of uh, high muscle meat, but it's mostly been high liver. It's really tasty. Did you
Hmm.
feel any type of way when you ate the high meat or high liver?
Yeah, I felt very good afterwards, but I didn't like the taste. That's the only thing for
Yeah.
me.
Let's see, any final questions here? Ask Andreas, does he buy why he does not buy food from Green Gardens in Sweden? The name is translated. You ever heard of a place called
Uh,
Green Gardens?
I will look it up, but maybe it's just out of habit, and maybe it's price also.
Yeah,
If it's more expensive, I usually go for the grocery store.
right.
So, but when I get a job and a better economy, I will probably go for a more like a green garden or something.
Do you do any like superfoods or supplements? Or just all just kind of raw meat?
Yeah, all raw meat, no supplements anymore.
Do any sort of like breath work or specific exercises?
Well, if I feel stressed, I can do a deep breath, but no, I don't meditate anymore or something. I can I can sit down and not do anything if I feel a little bit stressed,
Right,
and and after a while it just subsides. So
right,
nothing special, just sitting and not thinking about anything. So no ritual or something.
right. But yeah, was there any final things that you want to say to the people? Any final things you wanted to? Oh, also, what's your YouTube channel? How can they
Is
find you?
anybody else getting shivers?
Yeah,
I
it's
literally just got
Andreas
shivers throughout
Nilsson
my whole body.
official
Whoa.
on YouTube.
Nice.
So just my name and official.
Everybody, make sure that you subscribe to Andreas Nilsson's channel if you haven't heard about him before. He has a great channel. I think he's got some great things planned as well. You know, he's going to be getting into the hunting. There's probably going to be
Hmm.
some really cool content that I imagine is going to be posted. Uh,
Absolutely.
but yeah, I do appreciate the donation, Alex. You said, Andreas, is there any way we can give you tips slash donations? Do you have a Ko-Fi link?
I don't want any money. Oh, I'm so bad at taking money from people. Oh,
People want to give it to you
m-
though. They want to donate to you. They appreciate you and they support the channel.
maybe what was he talking about? A Ko-fi link.
Yeah, I don't know what a Ko-Fi link is.
Yeah, maybe I fix something like that. Maybe, but I'm very hesitant about it.
Right.
We will see. We will see. I just like to. I do it because I like to inspire people. That's
Yeah.
my main thing about it. I think
Yeah.
it's fun. So.
I feel the same way. I don't think that the money should be, the main goal for somebody. It should be all
Mhm.
about doing something that you can just feel happy about putting into the world, with YouTube. Like I just want to like look
Yeah,
back at my
absolutely.
videos and be like, yeah, that was a good experience. That was a good video. That was I'm glad I put that out there. I'm glad that people are going to be able to watch this. that's kind of
Hmm.
my philosophy with YouTube. I just want to make something that I enjoy and that I think other people would enjoy too.
Yeah. Can I try to change it then? Because I got some settings on the side who came out
Oh, yeah.
when I plugged it. I can try again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello? Wait.
I can hear you good. Maybe you can't hear me though.
Hello?
I can
Hello?
hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Absolutely.
Perfect.
So, no headset now, right now.
Right. So now you got
So
it
if
plugged
we
in?
want to continue to answer questions or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll do a couple more questions here. Let's see. I think I might have missed
No,
some.
I'm very laggy right now on the video.
Oh, it looks good here though. It looks good here.
Great.
Oh, Brooke asked, "How long have you eaten raw?"
I think strictly raw for. I have had some sheets, but I think 6 months I can say I have been strict raw carnivore.
Right. Alex says, "Primalism. Tell Andreas I respect that he isn't in it for the money, but anything we can offer to him to motivate him would be great."
That's very nice.
Brooke says you're a chill guy.
Thank you.
But yeah, it seems like the questions are kind of coming to an end here.
Mm.
I think that we've had a great conversation. Don't want to make it too long because I know that people probably don't want to see something that's too crazy long.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I do appreciate everybody coming by and contributing to the stream. Definitely watch it back if you came in late. We got into some really interesting topics and some interesting questions. And
Mm.
yeah, I really appreciate you coming on and doing this with me. I'm really glad that we were able to collaborate. I've been thinking about doing something like this for a while.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah,
I
definitely have
liked
to
it.
do it in the future. And you've got to start your own live stream. I'm sure that there's a lot of people who would love to watch it, and even some people who'd like to donate to you as well to help you out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, man, I do appreciate your time. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Thanks everybody for
Yeah.
coming by. Thanks for all your questions, and you guys all have a great rest of your day.